What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Smoke DZA is back with his first project of 2016 titled He Has Risen. And it's with the twist. It's reuniting him with Harry Fraud. Harry Fraud does all 9 songs, and I was anticipating this a whole lot. I love the chemistry between DZA and Fraud. They just have a natural fit to each other. And that's why I was kind of like, man, I wish there was more after Rugby Thompson. It's been a while too. This is put out, I think, if I'm counting solo projects, just solo projects, like maybe 2 or 3 solo projects since then. And then he had the RFC album that they did. But it's been a while since we've heard DZA and Fraud together. But I do have to say this. I was a little disappointed because this feels a lot more like a warm-up mixtape than an album. It's only, under 30 minutes, 9 songs, no guest features, and I feel like the concepts are missing too. These, the lyrics, now don't get me wrong, DZA is spitting on here, he's spitting good, but these sound more like mixtape bars. And comparing to Rugby Thompson, there was more concepts there. Kenny Powers, you had New Jack, you had, Ashtray with Schoolboy Q and Domo Genesis. These are records that really stood out when I heard them. And I just listened to Rugby Thompson the other day to anticipate this project. And, the two really don't compare. One's an album and the other just pretty much sounds like a mixtape. And that's not to discredit it or say this is a bad project per se. But I think I just wanted more out of it. But I think he's dropping another project this year. It's called Don't Smoke Rock, and it's a play on words because the album will be with Pete Rock. So I'm expecting some big things there, but at the same time, it does feel like he kind of shortchanged us with the Harry Fraud collaboration album. Like I said, he's had it's less concepts, but it's also more fun and up tempo and the production. And that's one thing that's consistent from Rugby Thompson to He Has Risen is Harry Fraud's production. He is one of the most underrated producers. I want to see him more on everything. I want to see him work with everybody because Fraud has just that sound. Morningside, Sunset, and Bada Bing's theme are 2 of the best beats that I've heard on the album, but there's really no bad production on the album at all. If you ever seen the movie Pootie Tang, there's a scene where Chris Rock is playing a radio jockey and he's premiering Pootie Tang's new record, and when the record's on, he's going crazy. He's pulling out CDs and throwing them in the air. He's saying, Pootie's too good. That's how I feel about Harry Fraud beats. Just pick something up and throw it. Harry Fraud beats are too good. That's exactly how I feel. And I think there was a lot more potential here. Smoke DZA definitely could have did a little bit more with the project. I keep going back to the idea of concepts because that's what Rugby Thompson had. He mentions Kilgrave from Jessica Jones. He was the main villain if you've never seen it. And I feel like he just kind of mentions him on Go Get It, but that easily could have been evolved into a much bigger concept. It could have been a whole song right there. And I feel like if this was Rugby Thompson, we definitely would have had something like that. But I don't know. The only record that I really didn't care for was 100K. Again, I like the beat, but it's just another generic get money type of song. And Go Get It is kind of like that too, but I think the hook is a little bit better than 100K. Now, the last thing I want to kind of discuss is the only feature on here was Snoop Dogg. And he's on Morals. And this is the side of Snoop that you don't see as often. Snoop is someone who's been experimenting and doing different sounds here and there. He had Bush, which was very successful in 2015. But here, he kind of goes back to that 90s Snoop in a way. That gangster side, that street side. And so I like that record a lot. And I thought it was a really good fit. Just having DZA and Snoop together. But I would love to know your thoughts on He Has Risen in the comment section below. Do you like the album a lot more than I did? Do you think I'm being unfair? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comment section below. And then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share the video. Follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain. And as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching. And until next time, peace.